Fourth round in the divine will, Eden and the creation of man, by Luisa Piccarreta, little daughter of the divine will. Jesus, my life, I feel your love drawing me to you to make my rounds, and your will calls me to unite myself to all of your divine acts. It seems that you are not happy if your little daughter is not united to all the divine acts of your will, though I am incapable of doing anything. But since you are pleased that I do them, I repeat my refrain. I love you, I adore you, I bless you, and I thank you. And I continue my rounds. My soul transports itself into Eden and discovers you along with the most holy Trinity. In the act of creating man, your precious jewel, the most beautiful statue. With what love you fashion him, and as you fashion him, you gaze upon him, love him, and exclaim, "How beautiful is this statue of mine!" Your love then vehemently wells up, and no longer able to contain it, overflows and envelopes man, in whom you have not yet infused life, your most beautiful statue. You pressed him so tightly to your divine bosom, and breathing in him, you give him life and impart to him your own likeness. You fill him with so much love that this most precious jewel of yours, unable to contain such love, unleashes it from within himself to form his own seas of love, to captivate you, his creator, with his love. With his huge waves of love, Adam, the created love, plunges himself into the creating love, whereby the creator and the creature vie in an exchanging of love, adoration, and glory. My love is captivated and contemplates this most solemn act of the creation of man. I hear your creative voice that incessantly exclaims, "How beautiful is the statue we have fashioned! The echo of his love attracts and wounds us. His voice is so sweet and resounding. His embraces are so tender and strong. Oh, how delighted we are in having given him life. He will be our delight, our joy, our recreation." O my Jesus, with loving astonishment, I unite myself to the very act in which your supreme majesty, overflowing with love, breathed into man your divine breath, infusing into him life and imparting to him your likeness, thereby making him heir of your divine fiat. I too wish to receive your creative breath. I too long to love you and adore you with the same perfection and holiness with which my first father Adam loved and adored you. Though I am a lowly creature, I too wish to receive your seas of light and love, so that I may form my own huge waves of captivating love, that reaching up to your divine bosom, enable me to plunge myself in the interminable sea of your love. In this way I shall vie with you, my Creator. In an exchange of love, I shall offer you my love in order to receive your own immense seas of love. And in these very seas of love, I will implore you, may your kingdom come, and your divine fiat be known. I now enter into the unity of your will, into that same unity of love that man, your precious jewel, possessed, so that my will may be one with yours, one in love. In this unity of your will that embraces all things, my voice resounds in the sky. It permeates all creation, penetrates the deepest abyss, and calls and cries out, "May the kingdom of your divine will come. May the kingdom of your divine will come. Fiat, fiat voluntas tua on earth as it is in heaven. In this unity of the divine will, I unite myself to the innocent Adam's holiness, glory, adoration, thanksgiving, thoughts, gazes, words, works, and steps, and I make them my own, to offer you the repetition of his acts. For in beholding in me the operation of your own divine will that operated in Adam, you will grant me the grace of establishing your kingdom on earth. In Eden, there was unending rejoicing between the Creator and his creature. Man had become the divine recreation, with whom God was at play, the joy and the greatest delight of the Heavenly Father. In the unity of the divine will that Adam possessed, he enjoyed primacy over all created things. Everything was order and harmony. The sky, the stars, the sun, and the sea were honored to serve and obey his every nod. Adam was the smile and the joy of all creation. All things reminded him of his Creator, and God, who was very attentive to him, saw that nothing was lacking to his complete happiness. Indeed, in seeing Adam alone, God wanted to redouble his happiness. He made him fall asleep in his arms. During that profound, ecstatic sleep, he removed a rib from him and made out of it a woman of his likeness, and gave her to man as his companion. He did this for him to make his happiness complete. Oh, how this first mother of all the living, Eve, who also remained in the unity of the divine will, vied with Adam in forming huge waves of captivating love from the seas of love that they possessed. They did so in order to plunge their own loving waves within God's interminable and captivating divine seas of love, so as to obtain from God yet greater seas of love and divine grace. In so doing, their own waves of love, rising up and gently falling, expanded their seas of love throughout creation. O my Jesus, I immerse my poor soul in the unity of your divine will, and in Adam and Eve's own huge waves of love, who with so much love adored and glorified your adorable majesty. I shall never come out of these huge waves. By continuously remaining in them, I make them my own, and like my first parents, I continuously impact the heavens, the sun, and the earth, in order to place at the foot of your throne on high all the love, praise, glory, and adoration that was unleashed from your adorable bosom throughout all creation. Within these very captivating waves of love, I incessantly exclaim, Thy kingdom come, may thy will be known. Jesus, my love, how happy I am in this Garden of Eden. Here are my first parents, in whom I experience the power of the unity of your divine will, that makes of their many acts one single act with their Creator. This unity places all of God's benefits at the human creature's disposal, whereby they are shared in common. O my Jesus, I realize that your joy and bliss are also their joy and bliss, and I, the little daughter of your will, wish to begin my life anew in this unity of your will along with my parents, Adam and Eve. In these seas of joy and bliss, I desire to establish my dwelling place, and there form my captivating waves of joy and bliss, which, plunging themselves in your eternal seas, offer you greater joy and bliss. In this way, I will see you always pleased and always happy.